Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's probably going to end up on a couple of my channels, maybe more. For sure, it's going to end up on the survival channel, survival and outdoor channel that I have. It's going to end up on the Bible channel too, because planning is a biblical concept. Preparing. The question is, are you planning? And this is something that's been bugging me a lot recently, because it seems like there's never enough adequate planning involved in what I've been doing. Sometimes it's my fault, sometimes it's other people's fault, sometimes it's my family's fault. I'm not pointing a finger at anybody. That's not what this video is about. The video is to urge you all, everybody, to be planning. We all know that this world has gotten really, really crazy. There's some wild stuff that has happened. During COVID, we saw toilet paper shortages everywhere. There was some other stuff there was some shortages of. There was, here in South Arkansas, there was a bread shortage for a little while. Some soft rationing. What happens when it's all the food? What happens when it's not just the toilet paper? What happens when it's all paper goods? I don't know how better to put it, but you should be planning. You should be planning in all aspects of your life. And the military has some sayings that could help you out with that. They have one that's called, excuse me, I had to sneeze there. Don't think y'all want to see all that. The military has a saying called the 7 P's, and that stands for prior proper planning prevents piss poor performance. And that's an easy way to remember it. Sometimes we make a plan, but we don't make the plan adequate enough for what we're doing. Sometimes we make a plan and we go overboard in the planning stage, and it ends up just being a waste of time. The point of it is, it's probably better the way the world is right now for it to be a little bit of a waste of time than for it to not be adequate. Because if your plan isn't adequate, or if you don't plan at all, you're going to be a victim of the circumstances you're involved in. If you don't plan at all, you're basically planning to be a victim of your circumstances. Another saying the military has, or an acronym they have developed, is called PACE. A lot of the military uses what they call PACE planning. PACE stands for primary, alternate, contingency, and emergency. An example of this would be, I'm sitting here at Slim Chickens making this video. My primary plan is to go in here and get something to eat. It's lunch. My secondary plan would be, if they're too busy, to go right next door to McDonald's. My contingency plan would be, if both those places are too busy, to catch something at the gas station on the way back to work. And my emergency plan would be, say for whatever reason, if my magic piece of plastic doesn't work, or I don't have any cash on me would be just to skip lunch. I hope you get what I'm putting down. Because what I'm getting at is, by all indicators, what we seen during COVID with shortages and soft rationing is only the tip of the iceberg. It's gonna probably happen again, and that has a lot to do with what's going on in Ukraine and Russia. But that's a whole nother issue that I would have to take time to hash out in a whole nother video, because it would probably take a couple of 3 videos for me to explain it all. But by all indicators, what we saw during COVID is probably going to happen again, and this time it's probably going to be much, much worse, at least for certain things. But if I were you, I would be planning for it to be a lot of our commodities, a lot of our foreign-made goods. At least that's what I'm planning for. Me and my immediate family, we are planning for possible inability to get anything from foreign sources. And I will explain that in another video as to why. But I just figured this video might help some of y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Take care.